Okay, we're starting. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, or maybe you're new to It Works, or you just joined, or whatever it may be, my name is Sarah O'Connell. I'm an Ambassador Diamond, and you guys, I have been with It Works. Oh gosh, I think April, right away in the beginning of April, it will be 6 years, which is so crazy to even think about because you guys, one of my fears when joining was like, is there longevity in something like this? And here I am, 6 years later, telling you that I am looking forward to the next 6 years in this business, amongst this company, amongst the people that we get to work alongside. And so, if that's one of your fears, I can relate to you, but I'm here to tell you that there is so much to look forward to, so much. So we're super excited to have you. If you have been in this business, maybe for a while, or you feel like maybe you just need some new life, or you kind of are just hitting the reset button and saying, okay, here I go. Maybe something knocked you off your course or whatever it may be. You guys, that happens to everybody. Life happens. So if you are here, Amanda and I, instead of doing like a newbie to Ruby, we're like, let's just talk Ruby, straight Ruby, no matter where you're at, when you started, nothing. And we were thinking, and we're like, no, we're going to tell people exactly how to go Ruby in 30 days. And the crazy thing is, you guys, is the majority of people when joining this business, even for those joining myself, and just, from people when I ask people, that's like one of my favorite things to ask is like, what's your goal in starting? Everybody has something different. And the reason behind their goal is something different. And I love that. But to me, that brings so much personability. And the thing is, usually, you guys, it's anywhere from like 200 to like 300. That's like the normal, like per month. And Ruby's actually an extra $500 on average, extra a month. And so for myself, that was one of my goals. But the thing is you guys, that an extra $500 a month can do so much for so many people. And so we love Ruby for so many reasons, and that will be one of them. But the other thing is Ruby is the building block to our business. And so we say it like, if you know how to build Ruby, you literally know how to build every single rank from there up. And I love that. Like if you can get the basics down and the fundamentals of Ruby, you can teach it, you can multiply it. And that is our goal in this business. We're not here to, make it hard. We just want to know what can we do and how can we teach it and how can we multiply that, right? And so that's why we're talking Ruby today. And the thing is Amanda is with me. She's a triple diamond. And you probably hear her husband's name announced a lot, but Amanda Buescher is behind Derek Buescher. So if you hear her name if you hear Derek, shout out to Amanda because that's who it is. So she's on here with me tonight. And we were super excited. And so we got to be on a coaching call with our CEO, Mark Pentecost today, you guys. And I cannot even tell you, I think there was like 500 people grinning from ear to ear with what's to come. And so how perfect that we had already had this scheduled, Amanda, because now we're like, okay, if people are getting Ruby pretty much, before we even hit conference, you guys are going to be sitting really nice for some really awesome things. So I'm super excited that we had this. So Ruby is our building block to literally every promotion in here. So if we can teach Ruby, like literally, you guys, the sky's the limit, okay? So Ruby is the average of $500 a month. It's a second promotion amongst the little ranks that you see on the income chart. And from there, it's just how many rubies does the next promotion make? And so the next one is emerald. That's 2 rubies. The next one is diamond. That's 3 rubies. Like you guys have to think, like, do you know 3 people that would love to make an extra $500 extra a month? I mean, for myself, like once I thought about that and what that $500 meant to me, I could easily start thinking of names, right? And I think there's a lot of people that can. And so, first, for those that are just starting, let's just go over the basics, okay? And I'm not going to, normally you guys, I do like an eSuite tutorial. We're not going to do that because we want to cut to the chase and show you how to actually use these tools and how to go Ruby in a short amount of time, okay? And so first things that I always did, our eSuite, so your back office, you guys, what you pay $20 a month for, it's not just your website. It is like the brains to your business, okay? If we didn't have that, I'd be a hot mess. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't even be where I'm at. So, and I wouldn't be as helpful as a mentor to my team if I didn't have that. So if you're ever wondering like, What is that $20 again? It is more than your website. It tracks everything for you, everything. Amongst that, it has every document that you could possibly need. So you do not have to think of like shortcuts or try to figure out how to make documents or anything like that. It has training in there. It has so much in there. So the first things, you guys, when I logged into my eSuite, you use your ID, your password, you log in, you want to verify your tax info. It should pop up right away, okay? They just want to know exactly where to send everything to and verify that. The next thing, you guys, is go to documents. So, and I want you to print off, Amanda's going to actually type it out in the comments too. So if it's easier for you to copy and paste, so you're not missing something, or if I talk fast, which happens, then you're not like trying to, you know, write it out super, super fast. But the thing that helped me so much, you guys, was having a visual. You are going to hear terms, you're going to hear words that you're like, what in the heck does that mean? But I'm telling you, if you have a visual in front of you, the more that you see it, and then you're starting to hear it, it is going to start sticking. It's going to make sense. You're going to start hearing some of those terms and be like, I know what that means. But without the visual, I feel like people are really, really lost. And when we went around and kind of asked people like, hey, did you print off maps? Did you do steps to success and print those off every single month? The people that are finding success in this business, they have a hard copy in their hand. They have it. They have a visual. Like, they have everything for it. And even as you grow your team, that is going to be such a useful tool for you to help your distributors. Okay, so here's the things that I always say to print off. You want to print off your steps to success, which is, you guys, that is our goal as a distributor. Our goal is to help a total of 7 people. Okay, 7 people. And it's not like, you know, we get asked this a lot. Like, do I only need to find new team members? No, we want you to actually help people use our products and knock out their goals. Plus, we want you to extend a hand to the people that are looking for something more, maybe to fill some gaps, maybe to pay off debt, whatever it may be. So we actually, for this business and for you to be successful and to go Ruby, you need both, okay? But it's a total of 7 people every single month. And that is our goal. You guys, if you do that, you will knock Ruby out of the ballpark. And if you teach it, you're gonna knock Diamond out of the ballpark, like 100%, okay? And I tell you that because on average, that is probably my average. Now, after going full time, maybe it goes a little bit more, but in the beginning, for me to even get to double Diamond in 4 months, that's what I was doing, okay? So that's why we always talk about it. We don't say it because that's what we're told to say. Like, we tell you that because that's what we've done to be, you know, find success in this business and how to go Ruby and all that type of stuff. So steps to success, that is the foundation of our business every single month. And so that's your goal. It's 4 customers and 3 distributors, okay? So I always tell people, like, broken up, you know, you could do 1 distributor every 10 days on average throughout your month if you're kind of trying to pace yourself. And then it's 1 customer a week, you guys, 1 a week. Like, you might even get 4 in 1 week or 4 in 1 party. So you have no idea, but it's 1 a week. That's it. So the next thing that we are going to print off is your executive map. And that is the first promotion. Amongst the ranks, that's the first one. And then the next one is Ruby. And then for myself, you guys, I printed off, and Amanda put it in there. It's the BV list. If you just type in BV list under documents, it will pull up. That's the quickest way for it to pull up. But I loved that tool because it told me, if for the products that I have on hand, what do I sell them at, right? You're thinking like, what's the difference there? Because we pay wholesale and you sell it at retail. So that is all on there. It shows you retail, loyal customer price. It shows you the BV amount. So each product that we have, you guys, that our customers are purchasing has a value, and it's called the bonus volume. And the bonus volume is important because that's what you're building up, and that's what makes your commission checks, okay? So you want to have that little list. It was super helpful for me to have just, again, like a visual, and that way when I'm talking to people, and we're going to talk about this with loyal customers, but you guys, I always lead with the retail price because I want to show them how insanely awesome our loyal customer program is, and it's like a no-brainer to me, a hands down like no-brainer. So, you know, if you're having trouble with that and you haven't done that, I always lead with retail, and then I talk about our wholesale price and the 40% off. So you want to get that list printed off. The next one is your hundreds list. Okay, this is going to be your brains of people that really writing down your network is really what it is. Okay. And we're going to talk about where some of these 100, lists and these people on this list come from, but that's what you want to put on. It might even, when you're typing that in, kind of put a memory jogger that's there to kind of like really stretch you back. Like most of us think of our small little circle that's right in front of us. You guys, when you start a business and you start posting it and you're using social media and you're talking to people, your network is so much larger than you think it is. Like, and I learned that very quickly from using social media, because I had people reaching out to me that I hadn't spoken to in so long, but it was so fun to just, get back into conversation with them. And if I hadn't been posting, we probably wouldn't have had a conversation because I didn't even have some of these people's numbers. But it went, you guys, way back to high school. Like people that I used to play volleyball with. I haven't played volleyball in a really long time. So it goes way, way back. So, and then the next thing that I printed off, you guys, was the comp plan. That is long, but here is the reason why I always say to print this off. There is a glossary in your comp plan, unless you are like a go-getter and I don't have mine up here, but the new It Works planner, it has it in there too. And I say that there's a reason for that. Like there is a reason that that is one thing out of all the documents in eSuite that they put that on there. So that is the one thing I loved about the comp plan, you guys. And from when I first started to now, like they've put it into terms where you could read it and it's going to make sense to you. The first time I read it, I was like, is this a joke? Because I'm like, I didn't run a business. Like I went to school for nursing. So I'm like, I have no idea what this means. And then when they redid it, now they have lots of pictures. They explain it very simply. And then they also have that glossary of terms. So the faster that you can understand some of those terms and the more you hear them and see it, you guys, it's going to, like, before you know it, you're going to be speaking the language. So make sure you get those off. And then you guys, make sure your auto ship is set up. Okay. So this is technically step one of those 3 steps that we talked about. Your auto ship, I will say in 6 years, I've never not had my auto ship on. Okay. So it's very hard for me as a mentor to teach somebody how to make wrap cash or to host a party or do any of those types of things that could instantly make them money if they don't have any product at all on hand. Okay. But we don't carry a lot. That your auto ship is meant for you to be able to use products. And if you were like me, I was scared. Like, I don't know if Danielle is my sponsor. She's one of my best friends. And I remember telling her, like, I cannot lose a dime in starting this business. Okay, well, everyone rolls their eyes. Like, obviously, no one wants to lose money, right? But that was one of my things. That was one of my fears that I spoke out to her. And she was like, you won't, and this is what your auto ship is for. And the thing is, you guys, I've also had best friends that have joined, and all they did the first year in this business was sold their auto ship. And guess what? She never lost a dime and she profited every single month. And then finally, like a year in, I was like, Lindsay, do you want to do more than just like make an extra $40? She's like, well, yeah, that kind of sounds nice. I could go for like 300 or whatever it was. But just know, like, your auto ship is there for a reason. It's there as a tool to either, show that you're using the products, be a product of the product, gain confidence in the product. You guys, I joined and I had not used the product at all. So I wanted some of the product, but when she was talking about the business, I was like, you know what? I was kind of contemplating a plan B. So why wouldn't I try this? Like, this doesn't take me away from my kids. Like, that was one of my big, big things. And I'm like, and it's fun. And I'd be working with one of my best friends. So it kind of, for me, I'm like, I'm just going to do it. So you guys, if you are like me and haven't used a lot of products or any at all, that will help you gain confidence in offering these products. Me wrapping people, when I would see multiple results, like, I wanted to continue to share it. So you want to have your auto ship up. It is there for a reason. It actually helps you make income one of the 5 ways. So without it, like, you would knock out one of your ways to make money. And so I always tell people, here's the difference with wrap cash. And that's what your auto ship can do for you. You have the option to either start making money the day that your kit arrives. So what, you guys, that's sometimes like anywhere from 7 to 10 business days. Or you could wait a whole month and wait for, your commission check to come. Like, there's your options, right? So most people are like, no, I want to make money right away. Guess what? So did I. So that's your auto ship. So make sure it is set up, you guys. I think in the beginning, I had wraps and greens on the go in mine. And it's like, I think with those two, it is literally like $95 or something like that. And so when I sold my wraps and wrapped people, not only did that was $100, so I was up $5, but usually in wrapping people, I was signing loyal customers, and I also had green samples to offer people at the hospital, like when I was working night shift. So the nurses wanted to know what that was. So that was a game changer for me. Without my Autoship, I probably would have signed up customers, but it may have taken me a little bit while longer to be able to do so. And then the next thing that I did, you guys, after I made sure I kind of had all my ducks in a row, I had things in front of me so I could start seeing what was being said on team pages and start making sense of things, is I dove in and I did the training. And I am going to tell you, they just revamped all of the training videos. They are so awesome, you guys. And it starts to go to Ruby. That's the first one. And once you hit that, you start unlocking a lot of the other training videos. So you want to see those. So for me, when I got to watch those videos, you guys, and I think I just did it at night with headphones in my, like, I wasn't like, oh, I have to have this specific time. Like, I just did it as I could. I had a little kiddo at the time that was like 4 or 5 months old. So, but the thing is it gave me enough confidence, you guys, to know where to start, right? Like, how many of us get started and we're like, what the heck did I just do? Did I really just start my own business? And how did I get tricked into this? What happened, right? But the thing is you're also so excited because all of a sudden, now that you've said yes, you have this insane amount of hope to be like, what can I do with this? Like, what can I actually do? Can I actually pay cash for a car? Like, can I actually do these things, right? And your mind's just spinning. So the training videos, you guys, for me, it helped me get enough information to know, okay, this is where I start. And it breaks it down very simple for you. And Amanda and I are going to do that here. But we are going to kind of mesh, you guys, steps 2 and steps 3 together, because we have just found that with helping people, as we are kind of focusing on step 3, what is happening is step 2 is getting completed. But amongst that, if you're really wanting to promote in your first month and maybe even double promote to Ruby in your first month, you guys, you do have to have a team, right? You have to get team members on your team to promote. There's absolutely no way around that. And I'm going to tell you for myself, you guys, when I said yes, I didn't take a long time to say yes. I was talking to Danielle. She told me about it. I'm like, I'm just going to go for it. Like, I literally, and then I'm like, I'm just going to figure things out. And I think the one thing I asked her too was, I was like, if I'm not good at this, can I stop at any moment? And she's like, yes, you are not tied down to anything. And I'm like, okay. So really, I just kind of thought, like, what do I have to lose? And so, you guys, the thing is, I didn't think of who my customers were going to be. I didn't have a game plan of who my team was going to be or anything like that. At the time, there was a $10,000 bonus that was available if you went diamond, totally off my radar, right? So you can tell, like, I was joining, I was a little skeptical, and that's okay. If that's you, that's okay. That's the majority of us, right? We're just wondering, like, are we able to actually do this? And so one of my thoughts was, like, after I said yes, I'm like, who the heck is going to want to join me? Like, I had no idea, right? And I think that's a hard one for people. Like, in their mind, even when I talked to a couple of the girls that just joined in the last few months, that's the first thing they say. They're like, I hands down know people who want to use these products, but they're like, I can't think of any single person off the top of my head that would want to do this business. And I kind of chuckled to myself because I'm like, no, I felt the exact same way, right? But here's the thing. I think that's the most intimidating part. But as I've done this business for years, I realize, you guys, I'm getting my loyal customers because I'm planting seeds about the business. And the thing is in the midst of that, people are like, oh, well, I've never tried the product. Like, can I try the product first? Absolutely. Like, this is what I have for you, you know, or maybe they are like, you know, I don't know if that's for me, but I was really interested in the hair, skin, and nails you were talking about. Perfect. But here's the thing, you guys, if you are not offering the business to somebody, it's going to be really hard to get business partners. Okay. So what we're going to do is kind of show you, like, in the midst of those two, you will be completing step 3 and step 2, right? But instead of just only focusing on LCs right away, if you're going to do this within 30 days, you want to start thinking of your team. And so Amanda's going to kind of take over, and we're going to talk about distributors, and we're going to talk about that step 3 and how working towards that step 3 right off the bat is going to help you also complete step 2, okay? Go for it, Amanda.
Hi, guys. So those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Amanda. Oops. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Sorry, my paper hit the thing. But I'm Amanda. I've been in this business for 4 years. And so Sarah asked me just a couple of days ago when we were planning this, she's like, when did you go Ruby? And I'm like, I can't remember. I had to go back into my eSuite and look at my pay and see exactly when I went Ruby. And it was like that 30, 45 day mark or whatever. It was my second, I joined like the end of October and I went Ruby in November. So, so we're super excited just to kind of go over this, but I'm just going to kind of talk about like what exactly, like how do you start, what is that map about? How do you fill out your steps to success? What do we actually need to do to get to Ruby in 30 days? So Sarah talked about the hundreds list and your steps to success, or I'm sorry, your hundreds list and then your map. So what I want you guys to do is pull out that hundreds list and pull out your Ruby map at some point and fill in your hundreds list. And then look at your Ruby map. And in those boxes, you're going to see 5 boxes, okay? Each of those boxes are going to represent a distributor. And what you're going to do is from your hundreds list, you're going to pick 5 people who you would want to go into those boxes, who you would want to work side by side with in this business off of your hundreds list. And some of those people, like Sarah and I were kind of like, okay, how do you, who do you like go after? Like, how do you like find people that you like, want to work with you, like who you want to work side by side with? And we came up with 3 things that we think of every time we are, wanting to help other people make money. And so the 3 things that we look for are going to be the 3 questions I ask when I'm filling out my hundreds list and I'm filling out those boxes in my chart is, number 1 is who needs money? Who on my hundreds list, or who do I know, or who on my Facebook or social media platform, who needs money? Okay, that's the very first thing. The second thing is I think, who would be awesome at this? Who has a personality who would just rock this business, okay? The third thing that we both think about is, who would you want to work with? Who would you want side by side? Like you could, somebody on your social media and you're like, wow, that girl is awesome, or, that would be somebody who you think would be so awesome at this business. But you could think, okay, I would love to work this, like what Sarah said, I would love to work with my best friend. I would love to work with my sister. I don't have a sister, but if you did, or I would want to work with my brother, or I would want to work with my mom, or, think of people who you would want to work side by side with. Those are the 3, the 3 things, the 3 questions we ask ourselves when we are trying to fill in those boxes. Now, the other thing I want you to think about is when you look at your Ruby chart or whatever promotion you're going after, whether it's executive, Ruby, Emerald, whatever it is, when you're looking at that chart, we're just going to say Ruby, you see those 5 boxes, okay? Now, technically you have, signed 3 people on the top, and technically, when you have another distributor, we teach them the steps to success, they sign distributors as well. So technically you won't be signing, up all those 5, most likely if we have other people working and doing the steps to success. But in your guys' mind, I want you guys to—
Your problem solving. So what do you see? What pattern do you see?
Michelle?
That's what it said, and take it.
I got her. Okay.
So
I'm like a little like bird. I'm like, what? But I want you guys to have the mindset that you are going to fill those 5 boxes. Okay? You want to get to Ruby. You are going to find 5 people who also want to work this business. Now, chances are you're going to, enroll 3 people, and one of those people are going to, enroll 2 people, which is ideally what we want. But in your mind, I want you to have that mindset that you are looking for 5 people so that you can go Ruby, okay? And I know, like, when I was telling Sarah, like, when I went Ruby, like, I was like ignorance on fire. I had no idea what I was doing, okay? So I was looking back at my 4 customers and my 5 distributors I got I enrolled all 5 of my distributors when I went Ruby. And I was looking back at who they were. And you guys, first of all, my 4 customers I got, they were not any of my close friends. It was not my mom or my family or somebody I knew that I talked to every day. They were literally acquaintances from Facebook. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I thought I at least had like my mom in that mix, but no, like my 4 customers were people that I rarely even talked to. They were on my Facebook. And all I really knew about was the wraps and the defining gel because in the greens, and that's what I used. And guess what I signed up all 4 of those people on? The skinny pack. Because I was told, okay, Amanda, you're in this business. The first step you need to do is get 4 customers and get to a 400 box. And I'm like, okay, how can I do that? I pull out my BV list and I see, okay, this pack has wraps and defining gel, which I love, and fat fighters. That's like, what, 80 BV right there? So there's my 400, almost 400 box right there with my 4 customers. So I had no idea the compensation plan or the logistics of this business or, all that kind of stuff. All I knew was I had to get 4 customers so I get my free product, my free shopping spree or whatever. And then with my 5 distributors, you guys, again, I had no idea how to coach somebody, what to, say. But again, I knew that I wanted to make that $500 range. And I knew that Ruby was $500 a month. And so I knew I had to get 5 distributors. So I want to tell you guys who my 5 distributors were, okay? One was an acquaintance off of Facebook. The other one was my brother who was like 20, he was in college at the time, and it was his girlfriend, which they're not even together anymore. The other one was a friend of a friend on social media. So I didn't really even talk to her. The other one was one of my husband's friends who he just went wakeboarding with every once in a while. It was his wife. We went wakeboarding one summer that summer, or we went wakeboarding maybe in the winter. I don't even know when we went. But anyways, it was her. Maybe we did something before. I can't remember, but somebody I don't even talk to, okay? And then the other one was a high school friend who I didn't ever talk to. So my 5 distributors, you guys, were not even close friends or family or anybody I talked to. And I share that with you guys because, if you do have friends and family who want to join in this, that's awesome. But if you don't, that's okay too. You can find people. There are so many people who want to make money. You just got to go and ask them. That is all. And so I wanted to share that with you because I know I hear a lot of times, and Sarah hears a lot of times that, my friends and family, they don't want anything to do with this. And my response every time is, that's okay. Let's grow you a network. Like, let's go onto your social media and see who needs some money, who you would want to work with, or who would be awesome at this business. So you don't need to know everything about this business. You don't need to know how to coach people. The thing is I would get on with like Jackie or Sarah and I would pick their brains and I'd be like, okay, I just signed this person. What do I do? I would use my upline and I would say, okay, this person just signed, like Jackie, like, what do I do? So you don't have to know everything about this business. You can use your upline. You can use your sponsor. You can use like sidelines. We have such an amazing support system with our team. So you can use that and help, other people make money. So I wanted to throw that in there with you guys. And then, okay, so that's kind of how, like when we have our chart, that's what I want you guys to have that mindset that, okay, I'm going to find 5 distributors and this is how I'm going to find them. And the thing is, after you figure out who you want in those boxes, then you got to go ask them. Okay. And I will say, you guys, I like to use the word fake it till you make it. And I don't mean like lying or anything like that. I mean fake your confidence until you actually have confidence in this business. Because when we get in this business, you guys know if you just started or if you've been in this business, I'm sure we all start out. I know I did, like not knowing anything. So I didn't have the best, like real confidence because I didn't get it. I wasn't in this business long enough to really, acquire that. But people could see my excitement. And when they can see my excitement, that shows confidence. And so people were like, wow, Amanda's super confident she's going to make $500, you know, soon in her first month. Like, I want to do what she's doing, you know? So fake it till you make it. Fake your confidence. People are going to buy off of that. Okay. Did you want to add anything, Sarah, or do you want me to get into the 4 things we should be doing each day?
No, you know what? I will just say with Amanda, you know, you guys, you may, even if you come in and you're prepared, unlike myself, I was not prepared, okay? But if you're like, yes, you've been thinking about this forever and you have this list and you're like, this is my perfect team, and they all say no, like, it is 100% okay. And I was telling Amanda that because what made me prompt for us to go back and even see who our first 5 were, you guys, was that I was listening to this. I follow this mom, I guess, on Instagram, and she started this bow business, right? You guys, the things that you encounter in this business, this happens in all businesses. I just want to throw that out there. It's not like just you or something's wrong with you or the business, or like, there's none of that. Every business has, like, you know, ways that you learn it and growth and all that kind of stuff. But it was so funny when she said it. She just said, you know, it was actually a post she made on Small Business Saturday, right? So she's saying, like, support these people who are stepping out boldly and fearlessly and going after what they want, because there's goals, there's family, there's so much behind some of this, right? And so she said, it was so funny when I started this business, you instantly think to yourself, like, you're so excited, and these people are like, yeah, just go for it or do whatever. She goes, and then you think, like, oh, these people are going to support me. And she goes, literally, like, none of the people I thought even bought one $5 bow, like one bow. And she's like, half of these people were like people who had little girls and stuff that I had bounced ideas off of. And she goes, literally, like, some of them have still never bought a bow. But she goes, and then she goes, I remember, like, being down and out, which, you guys, you might feel this even 5 days in after you send out some messages, right? Maybe you send out 15 messages off your hundreds list and you're like, okay, no one responded, or somebody said no right off the bat, or whatever it is, right? And then you're like down and out. And so she was talking about that, and she was like, and then I had to ask myself, like, did I start this so that my friend could join? And or so my friend would buy a bow, like, just my friend. And she was like, no, like, I started this so that every mom out there could have these cute bows on their little girls. And she goes, it was like this aha moment that was like, you know, you didn't do this for your friends to buy from you. You did it so that moms everywhere could buy from you. And you guys, that's what I think every single time. Like, did I start this business thinking that my best friends that I would go to dinner with were going to necessarily, like, buy the wraps or do any of that? No, actually, I started it because I was going to buy the products anyways. And I was looking for a plan B. And then the thought of making an extra $500 while helping people do what I already did at my career, like, I was like, why wouldn't I do this? You know, so just same thing. My first 5, you guys, and even amongst my customers, were actually coworkers. They were not they weren't family. It wasn't like, you know, my bestest friends ever. Actually, I, like, even got slack still to this day from some of them, which is kind of comical, but it's okay. And clearly it didn't stop me, right? But honestly, it was coworkers, and it was because I posted. And you guys, we spend long shifts together as a nurse. Like, we're in, like, the muck of the muck together to help each other out. And so I had posted, and they literally, I walked into work and they're all like, were you spammed? Like, I saw these posts, like, what are this? I'm like, no, I wasn't spammed. And it was like, I didn't even care. Like, some people might take that offensively. I was like, hey, this is my option to, like, straight out tell them what the heck I'm doing and, like, what I plan to do with this. And so the girls that joined were nurses that I would walk in with. And I was saying, I was like, you guys, I'm going to do this so that I don't feel like I have to pick up an extra shift, or if it's low census, that I can say, yes, I want to stay home, without thinking or knowing, like, oh, there goes your PTO, or, oh, you're going to be short $500 on your paycheck. And me just saying that little amount, they wanted to join. They were like, why wouldn't I join? Like, I want to use some of those products too. Like, the wraps interest me and blah, blah, blah. So same thing. And then one of them was one of my good friends. And she was, like, trying to prove the wrap wrong, which is so funny. I still just laugh, but I wrapped her and she had awesome results. And she told me, you guys, as I was putting the wrap on, like, if the wrap works, I'll join you. And then so when it worked, she like, and I literally, you guys, brought my computer and set it in front of her. And she'll tell you to this day that she almost like ran out of my house, but I made her do it. And I didn't know she was scared. I'm like, I took her literally, like, you said this, you know. And then my other one was my husband. So I had signed, he was like my fifth one, I think. So same thing like Amanda. We want you to start thinking about this right off the bat because like we said, you need team members to promote, okay? And so that's why we have you thinking about this. And amongst some of these messages that Amanda's gonna talk to you about and stuff and things that we do to get there and to grow our team, you will be completing step 2, which is your 4 loyal customers and getting the volume within, okay? But you don't wanna like not think about step 3 if you're trying to get there in 30 days, right? So we want you to be thinking of that right off the bat because the other things will start falling into place. And I'm gonna tell you guys, like when you get that first DT, you like have this feeling like you literally want to do like karate kicks in the air and you're like, oh, you know, you all of a sudden, like Amanda said, you had this confidence, you know. And for me, you guys, my first distributor, like I knew what she needed and I knew what $500 could do for her. And I was so much more bold about their goals than I was mine. And you know what? I want you to know like that works in your favor in this business. So if you're kind of like timid about yourself, when you actually get some people and you hear their goals, like for whatever reason, we don't play small with other people's goals. And so that works for your favor in this business because we have to help people to help ourselves, right? So I love that about it. Okay, so Amanda's going to tell you kind of some actions and some things to do that I guess the ways that we find distributors and loyal customers, you know, still to this day, and we're kind of outside our warm market. Like, I mean, you guys, I'm old. I've been in for 6 years. So anyways, okay, you go.
Okay, so this is the juicy part, okay, you guys? I mean, it's all juicy, but this is like the stuff that like gets you guys those customers and distributors, okay? So in what Sarah just said, I love that because we get in this business for ourselves, right? We get in this business because we want to make money, right? But I promise you guys, if you change your mindset just a little bit and you think, okay, yes, I want to make $500 extra a month. I want to get to Ruby, but who can I help along the way so that, you know, to get there? Like, who can I help? What 5 people can I help change their life? What 5 people can I help, you know, make extra money? Have that mindset of helping other people. And I promise you guys, if you pray or if you know, whatever, if you say out loud, okay, who can I help today? I promise you guys, those people will start to come to you. And about getting like the first distributor and doing karate kicks, you guys, I get a distributor today and I still do karate kicks. Like, I'm like, yes, like, like I am so excited every single time. So, but okay. So we want to think like, just like Sarah said, like think of those distributors who you can add to your, you know, to your organization, who you can add to your team, and your volume is going to start to come. Some of the things that we like to do, and I'll get into some of that stuff in a minute. Okay, so there's 4 things that we recommend to do every single day, okay? So I know like if you guys, like your business, you guys, is going to work if you work it, okay? It's going to be 100% up to you. If you're not doing anything with your business each day, chances are your business isn't going to grow. People aren't just going to be like, hey, Amanda, you posted like 3 weeks ago about like making extra money. Can I join your team? Like, no. People are going to see my consistent like posts every single day. And then they're going to come. But most of the time, it's me going to them and saying, hey, you know what? You would be amazing at this business. You have an amazing personality. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? Or would you like more information about what I do? So a lot of times it's me asking them. You've got to ask. So here's 4 things that we recommend doing every single day. And, you know, if you do these 4 things every day, like it has gotten Sarah to ambassador. It has gotten me to triple. And if you guys do these things every day, I promise you, your business will grow, okay? It's not about, like, this business is very, very easy if you are consistent with it. It's not like the 4 things that we do each day is hard, okay? It is not like it as hard as Sarah was, like when she was nursing, or like when she did nursing, or when I did dental hygiene. And I worked this business when I started this business when I worked full time. So it's not hard like that. It's just doing these things consistently every day, okay? So here's the first thing. Obviously, we want to post, okay? So you want to post on some kind of, if you're, using social media, if that's the way you're growing your business, you got to post. It's very important. And, but the way and we don't have to get into like how you post or anything like that. That could be a whole separate, Zoom that we do. But you want to post about how these products are working for you. What products you're excited to use. You want to post about your goals or how you can bring value to somebody. One thing I will recommend if you are new to this business, if you're going to use social media as your platform or as a way to work your business, you want to make sure that whether it's Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is, that it's cleaned up. Okay. Because I see a lot of times like, it's not the best, it's not clean. Or what I see a lot of times is that it's so like congested. A lot of times people will share all kinds of things all day long. And then they'll sneak one little It Works thing in there, but they're constantly sharing things from other websites, whether it's recipes or a funny story or news or whatever it is. And that's one thing I'd recommend not doing is don't share things to your Facebook or Instagram. Use your platform, whatever it is, as your business, okay? You are a business owner, so we gotta be professional about it. So making sure you're posting, that's the first thing. The second thing, you guys, is building a network, okay? And yes, we get into this business and we may have a really great network right off the bat, or we might have a small one, but we recommend starting to build your network, whether it's big or small, because eventually, even if it's a really big network, you're going to run out of your warm market. So you want to build your network. Sarah, do you want me to get into like ways to build it or just leave it at that?
You could give them like a few ways.
Okay.
I think that's fine, just so that even if somebody is new, they're like, wait, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Just give them like a couple ways. But again, you guys, like some of these things could be where if we went super in depth, which you guys, in the beginning, you don't need that. Like we didn't know some of this stuff that we would share. So like we're telling you kind of the basics, and really all you need is the basics. Like that's all you need to go Ruby in that amount of time. Okay. So, but like, we want to also give you some tips. So when we say get started right away, even before your kid comes, that you feel like you have some tools in your tool belt to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the first one is posting, make sure you're posting daily. The second one, build your network. So the way I kind of did, I did not have a big network when I started, you guys. Obviously you can tell by the people who I enrolled, they were just people, acquaintances almost. So build your network. What I did is I would go into like, say if I knew, like I had a workout friend who I knew they had tons and tons of friends or girlfriends or whatever, I would go into her page and I would start adding her friends to my list. So that's what I did a lot, is I would go into some of my other friends that were not It Works distributors, guys. Make sure they're not It Works distributors. And I would go and I would add their friends to my list. You can add people from groups that you're in, start getting involved in different groups that you have interest in. So it could be like workout groups, moms groups, fitness groups. I'm in a lot of bar groups, like not like drinking bar, but like the workout bar. Cause I love that kind of workout. You could be in dog groups, whatever, your hiking groups, book groups, whatever. Add those people to your network. You can grow relationships in those groups, and it's a great way to grow your network. You guys, blitzing, okay? Does everyone know what blitzing is? Go out and about, and every time you're out and about, you guys, blitz people. When you're at the store, when you're going through the drive-thru, wherever you're at, blitz people and add those people to your social media. It's going to grow your network. Let's see. The third thing, you guys, is building relationships, okay? People are going to buy into you. They're going to buy into your excitement. They're going to buy into your confidence. They're going to buy into your energy, okay? So build relationships with people. Comment and like on their stuff. So I will spend, a little bit each day sending happy birthdays, commenting, liking. I'll go through like my A through Z list and, pick a letter of the day and message maybe 10 people and say like, hey, I really liked your shirt. Where did you get it? Or, hey, I love your hair. Like, who does your hair? Even though I have my own hairstylist, like, like things like that, just to like give them a compliment, or like, hey, your kids are so cute. How old are they? Stuff like that. It's going to start to build relationships. And then the fourth thing, you guys, which every single one of these are important, but this fourth one is really going to get those distributors and those loyal customers. And that's going to be by messaging people, talking to people, following up with people, like communicating with people, okay? Every single day. If you are not asking, you are not getting, okay? So I always like to tell my team, this is totally a numbers game. The more people that you talk to about this business, the more people you talk to about the products, the more people you're gonna get. So if you are talking to one person a day, you're probably not going to reach your goal to getting Ruby in that 30 days. Whereas if you're talking to, several more people. So just think of it that way. Think, okay, how many people am I talking to a day? I'm talking to 10 people. And this is what it's giving me. These are the results it's giving me. If it's not giving you the results that you want, you got to talk to more people, okay? And if you're running out of people to talk to, then that means you got to start building your network. And so those are the 4 core things that we like to do. Let me see here.
Amanda,
yes.
What was the 4th one you listed? Somebody was asking.
Oh, sorry. It's communicating with people. So messaging people, following up with people, asking people, meeting with people, that kind of stuff. So just getting out there. Like I work my business, a lot through social media. So every single day I'm out there following up with people, messaging people. When they comment or like on my post, I send them a message and I say, hey, thank you so much for loving on my post, or whatever I say. Are you interested in making extra money? I will even message you guys the people who are on my stories. And I love when people are on my stories and they haven't gotten a message from me yet. It's such an easy way to like message them because it lists all the people who view it. And I just say, hey, thanks for seeing my story. Would you like more information on our like hair product? Something super simple. You don't have to be like weird about it or like, just make it super simple. Like send them just 2 sentences or something. Those are the 4 things and that I like to do every day. And I teach my team to do that every day too. But the thing is, you guys, is like I mentioned before, this business takes consistency. So you gotta make the decision, like, do I wanna go Ruby in 30 days? Or, do I wanna go Ruby this month? If you've been in this business for, a couple months or a year, like, is this the month that you wanna go Ruby? And if it is, you gotta put the work into it, okay? You gotta make the decision, okay, I'm gonna go Ruby. This is what I need to do. And I'm gonna do this every single day. Because you gotta, this business is a business. And you got to treat it like a business, just like you would, at your job. And so, and I always like say this too, like your people are going to take your business as serious as you take your business. So if you're posting just, once a week, or you're working your business, once a week or twice a week, people aren't going to think that you are the most consistent person with your business, or you're taking your business very serious. They're going to think of it more as a hobby. So when that person wants to go and make extra money, they're going to go to the other person on their Facebook or their Instagram who posts every day, who shows consistency, who shows excitement, who shows confidence. They're going to go to that person and say, hey, how do I make money? So you want to be that person who is posting every day, who is showing consistency every day and excitement every day for your business, because people will take it as serious as you take it. Some of the things, you guys, I like to do, I know that, they were saying that last month was, we're all busy and stuff like that, but I made last month, I did not make that excuse. And one of the things that I did that really brought in a lot of customers for me, last month I got 98 customers. And I'm doing the same technique this month, and I had a lot of people on my team get several customers too. One girl on here right now, Jennifer, she got like over 50 customers. So, but you guys, we worked our butt off, okay? Because we know huge things are coming right now. We know that like once, conference comes, we have exciting things coming. And this is our time to work our business. So we knew that. So we're like, okay, let's just work our butt off and let's continue to work our butt off. So one of the things that we did was we messaged a lot of people every day on social media, because that's how we worked our business. We did events. We did, any way so that we can talk to as many people as we could a day. And I know one of the things, the big thing going on right now is the host to post. And you guys, that is what is it? Killing two birds with one stone. There we go. Killing two birds with one stone. That's what that is, because a host to post is one, you are growing. So what that is you're having another friend post for you. Okay. So what that's doing is you're growing your network. You're getting into your friend's network and you're growing it. But what it's also doing for you is you're messaging people. You're talking to people that are interested in these products. So it's killing two birds with one stone, which I love. So that is one thing that, will help get that volume. But of course, and it'll also help you get distributors. So, but you guys I think my main point is you guys have to make the decision. Like, do you want this? Do you want to go ruby? Do you want to go emerald or diamond? And if you do, you got to put the work into it. You got to put the consistent work into it, okay? Because I know, and Sarah can vouch for this too, like there wasn't 1 month where we promoted that we didn't work our butt off. There was not 1 month that we did not work our butt off that was a promotional month. And so, it takes work, but you guys, the work that you put in, the investment that you put into your business, the work that you put in is an investment for your business. It's an investment. Like this, I put the work in up front, but it led me to being retired from my career for 3 years now. I'm a stay-at-home mom now, which was my dream ever since my son was born. So, and also I want to make one more point, you guys. This business is not made to work 8 hours a day. Like you guys hear me say like put in the work. I don't mean putting in like 8 hours a day work. I mean, do those 4 steps, which should take you about an hour a day. Do those 4 things an hour a day, and I guarantee you guys will see massive results. So that's about it. I think I covered all my stuff. Is there anything else you wanted me to share, Sarah?
I don't think so. And I think just like, no, you guys, whatever you find that is working for you, keep doing that. Like even when you hear different suggestions or you see comments on the team pages, like the team page was another like gold mine for me because other people were willing to like speak up and ask questions. And I'm like, was that little person behind there, like going and seeing the answer and like being and thinking like, oh my gosh, like, okay, that makes sense. Or, when they were asking those different types of things. So make sure you guys, you utilize the tools that are there. They're not meant to be there to keep you busy. It's there to educate yourself, kind of tuck it away and like go use it, and like Amanda said, people build all sorts of ways, you guys. And the thing is I think for me, posting at least got the word out and it got conversation started, especially in the beginning, because I'm like, I don't know how to bring this stuff up, or you think, oh my gosh, if I, message somebody about this, are they going to be offended? Like I hear that so often and I'm like, you know what, in 6 years, I've never once had somebody tell me that they were offended. So think about your approach and think about why you're actually messaging them. I just helped somebody the other day with our new What the Fit program, you guys. With people working out and you see them or they're posting about their goals or how excited they are. You guys, that is a perfect way to message somebody and be like, hey, I see that you have awesome New Year's goals and that you're working out and stuff like that. There's this app that I use and I love it because it gives me ideas in the gym or, for me, you guys, gym is really hard for me to find time for the gym, which I've always worked out. But it's really hard. Like it looks so different compared to when my kids were little, even when they were babies, like I could find time to get away and run to yoga. Now they're active. They're in sports. I spend a lot of time in the car. And so the at-home workouts, you guys, like that is gold for me. That's how I'm still able to do the things that I want to do. So like the fact that we have that to offer, and again, it's starting a conversation. And as they see you consistently do things for your business, they're going to start asking. And that is what you just kind of want to do. And so like same thing, Insta stories and Facebook stories, you guys, I comment on those because commenting is actually messaging and it gets things going. It is actually like one of my favorite things that Facebook and Instagram has come out with and has been like gold for me to really like show people kind of who I am and that I'm a genuine person and that I just love these products because I wanted to use them for myself and then this business because it changed my life amongst thousands of other people that one yes trickled into all these yeses, right? So just know, like, I did a lot of wrap appointments. I was scared to do a party, but I did wrap appointments. So you guys, you can do it whatever way you want, but get the wrap on people. Talk to people about them. Ask them. Like, be direct. Don't beat around the bush unless you want an answer that comes back and you're like, I don't even know how to respond to that. You know, like I always tell people, like, if you are going to beat around the bush, expect a really wishy-washy response. So instead, like, go in and tell them what you think of them. There's a reason why you're going to them. Okay. So that is one of the things. And just know, you guys, as soon as you start getting one DT, what you're going to do is teach this. Okay. And so as you're working for that second DT, your new teammate is already working for her first teammate, right? And in the midst of that, you're getting these customers to get the volume that's needed. But as soon as you guys do it, you want to start teaching that exact same thing. Okay. So that everyone's kind of working together and working for wins. Again, Amanda said it, use your upline, use your mentor, your sponsor, bounce ideas. Like, I remember asking the most simple questions, but guess what? Danielle didn't think I was annoying. Well, maybe she did. I don't think she did though. But I didn't know what to offer somebody when they're like, I want weight loss. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. Like, what do I say? Or I went and looked up on the product coach website, like on there, and I looked to see, like, what do some of these things do, that I could offer to them. And you guys, a lot of my wording literally still to this day, I mean, now I kind of have it down, thank goodness, right? But it's like, I grabbed it straight from the product coach information. Like, so if you see, like, when people are posting, just know, like, even if they're new, they're probably just using the wording that's under the description of the product. So it's not that they know all that. It's just that they are copying and putting it out there, And so just know your goal, if you're going Ruby in 30 days, that as soon as you're doing one thing, you want to teach that. Okay. Because it's not just you building, it is multiple people. And I'm going to pull up the map just to kind of show you guys how step 2 and step 3 kind of mesh together, and how you do need both loyal customers and distributors. And they're both so important, you guys. They are so important. You cannot have a successful business that is moving up and growing without one or the other. Okay. So you need them both. And so that's the thing. You don't like just take out one of the steps. So I'm going to show you guys. And then the one last thing, once I show you the Ruby map, is I want to talk to you guys about, like, some of the ways when I'm helping customers and people get set up with it, just some of the things that I go, because I remember, same thing, Amanda, I knew about the wraps in the greens. And when I go back and look, you guys, my first 12 customers, they were either wraps and defining gel, or they were the skinny pack, or they were wraps and greens. And that was for 12 customers, you guys. And so, it's okay if you haven't tried a product. Like, I hadn't maybe tried Thermophyte, but as soon as somebody asked me about it, maybe that's the product for them. Like, so it might just come up in conversation based off of what their goals were. And that was the other thing, you guys. If you're posting and you get some people liking, or you will even get private messages, because sometimes people aren't bold to put it right out there. Ask what their goal is. Like, that was always my first question. Like, I answered whatever question they asked in the message. And then I'm like, what is your goal in using it? Because sometimes people want weight loss and they're asking about the wraps. And I'm like, hey, this is what I would recommend. And maybe on your 3rd month of the customer program, you can get the wraps to tighten, tone, and firm. Okay. So always ask what their goal is. And then, you guys, if somebody's commenting on one of your posts, you want to just say in there, just say, I'll message you. Don't go and unload all this information, because now these other people that are going and maybe wanting the same exact things, they don't have to come and talk to you. Like, you want to pull them in so that they're messaging you and you're getting this conversation going, and it kind of goes back and forth. Okay. So you guys, I just want to show you. So some of the things that we talked to, I'm just going to share my screen really quick. I think I am. Okay. So that BB list I was talking to you guys about? Look at mine's up, because I think I was helping one of our newest teammates. But this is why I love it. Because look, it tells you, okay, this is what the retail is. So if somebody's buying it from you, from your auto ship, you know exactly what to sell it at. This is the customer price. So when I'm messaging somebody about a product and they're asking and they're wanting to buy the product, I go retail, then loyal customer program. Okay. 100% how every single one of my messages goes, because I want to show them how, what 40% off looks like to them. And of course, they're going to ask you guys. The next question is always, okay, so what's the loyal customer, right? Because I say loyal customer price $45. And they always ask, perfect. Like I didn't have to go and spew out like, oh, this is the retail price. This is a loyal customer price. This is what a loyal customer is. Do you want to do that? Like, I don't say that. I just literally go for the little responses back and forth so that they feel like they kind of have the control of the conversation, which also, you guys, also, sorry, I don't know. I'm like joking on my tongue or something, but it also takes pressure, right? So many people are like, I just don't want to pressure anybody. Right. You don't, but you do want to help people. So you do want to be somewhat assertive, you guys. So that way it shows confidence, it shows excitement, and it shows that you know how to help them. So the thing is I do that. And then they're going to ask, what is the loyal customer program? And from there, I say what it is, and I say, it's ordering one product for 3 months. So this would be your first, and then I would say, so it's January. So I would say February and March, you would have one, and you can order whatever you want. You can switch it up. You can keep it the same. And so for whatever reason, when I tell them like what the months are, like I don't get flack or worriedness or anything like that amongst any of that, okay? So I kind of this is what I love about this one. On top of that, we talked about the BV, which is important because that's volume, and you need volume to promote, and that's what you get paid on. That's what starts making your commission check, okay? So these are the volumes. So when we're looking at maps, when I told you this is one of the things you'll be printing out, maybe, hold on. Oh, there it is. I'm so not patient, clearly. Okay. So here's the Ruby map, right? And this is what Amanda was talking. These are it's 5 total people on your team. Here's you. You see your little line. So these are your 3 distributors, you guys. And so, that's what we want to do every single month anyways. And on top of that, this is another way you're unlocking to get paid. So this is for each one that gets 2 loyal customers, you can get a $100 fast start bonus. Okay, so think $100, $100, $100. That's $300 in Friday bonuses, not including your rat cash or your commission check. And so that is one thing, you guys, like you want to unlock the 3 ways that you can get paid right off the bat. And that is what I did. That's what Amanda did. And you guys, we never have lost a dime in this business, ever, 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 ever. My goal was to break even first because I was scared. And then my ultimate dream goal was at $500 a month. And you guys, like I have always profited because I've worked my business. I've been excited about it. I went 2 feet in. I was so excited to learn something new all the time. And I loved helping people do it. Like I knew what that extra money would do for some of the people that were saying yes, and that I got to link arms with. So on top of this, you guys, then one of your friends, right? So say this is who you signed first. Say that that's Janae. Janae's on and I see her face. So that's how I'm using her. So, and say Janae, as soon as I sign Janae, I'm going to already start talking to Janae about her dream team and her Ruby map. And like or maybe her goal is executive. And so I can even help her with that. How perfect, right? So Janae is going to be working on her distributors as well. So you guys, you want to be doing that. The other thing I want to tell you is that as you're doing that, use each other. Like use each other as much as you can. Help with conversations. Ask your sponsor and say like, hey, I was thinking about this girl. Like I just want to tell you a little bit about her. How would you approach it? How would you ask? You guys, we want to help you. We want to help you get your dream team. And say, like, if you have a friend and you want to offer, like, they want more information and they would be willing to hop on a call, you guys, hop on a call. I know if I ever got a message from team members and they're like, hey, I'm going for Ruby this month, and me and Janae, we have some people that have agreed to hop on a phone call to get some more information about the business side. Would you be willing to do that with us? You guys, they're going to say yes. They are going, like, there's not a single person in your upline that would say no to that. So, help each other out. We are stronger in numbers. And so I think sometimes too, it's just about hearing different perspectives and different stories. And something just like maybe one thing somebody says and it clicks and they're like, yes, so do that. Work together, because I think when you're doing that and you're communicating, going Ruby in 30 days is so doable. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you on just sharing this thing. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm not going to put it back on there. But I meant to say as well, I wanted to show you under each box has that 400 in volume. That is a key number, okay? that is a qualified leg, and you need those boxes to have 400 to promote. And that volume comes from the product that our customers are purchasing, okay? So this was the other thing I was gonna say to you guys, is when I was doing, Amanda, you got the questions, right? Yeah, Michelle, it is, I just, instead of saying $497, I'm just saying the average of it. So whatever it says on there, that is what it is. And so, okay, just describe the loyal customer program. Mallory, I say we have a loyal customer program. It allows you to get my cost, which is 40% off of all the products that we have, sometimes even a little bit more than that. And I just say it's ordering one product for 3 months. So you would have this order, and then I follow whatever 2 months follow after that, and I let them know. And so from there, and I also let them know that they can switch it up, and they have full, they can switch it up, whatever product that they want each month. Okay. And sometimes I'll get more questions, and you guys, if people are still a little skeptical or like, and I do say, like, it is totally up to you, like whatever you're most comfortable with. And that's why they have a couple options, but I just say, like, most people want to get the percentage off and get more products for the same price they would pay retail. And when you say that, it starts making sense. If somebody's still a little skeptical, you guys, I just say, like, you have full access to your customer program. You can reach out to me at any time to help you, like change your auto ship or whatever it is. Like, it's not there to trick you. It's just that these products are not like a quick fix. They're meant to be used, and they're healthy for your body. So I said, ultimately, most people, when you're making a lifestyle change or whatever it is, you want to do something for 90 days. And if you're looking, this is the other thing. Most people don't want just like small results. Like, they want to feel awesome. They want to see big results. That doesn't happen overnight. So just kind of think of some of those things, you guys, and know, like, our LC program is amazing. Like, I don't know that they have customer programs like they have for ours, where you even earn points back and stuff like that. So I let them kind of know how that all works for them. Oh, sorry, I was looking at one.
I do the same thing. I'll kind of do the same like wording as Sarah, and if somebody does like ever, like what Sarah says, like they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do it for 3 months. I do the same thing. I'll get on the Facebook like voice chat, and I'll say, hey, like, this is why we do it for 90 days. Your first month, you're going to start to feel a difference with the products, depending on what product they're wanting. The second month, you're going to start to see a difference and really like, you're going to start to feel really good. The third month is that transformation typically. And then I always say, same with the gym, same with any, like the health and wellness. Like, these are health and wellness products. It's not going to be a 30-day fix and you're going to lose 30 pounds, So, and people say, well, I just want to sample the product just one time. And I'll say, okay, you can totally do that. You can do it this month. And then in February and March, you can try a different product if you want. So,
and you guys, it doesn't matter, like, for you, either way, if they decide to do retail or, loyal customer, or whatever it is, or you can even offer, like, you can do the loyal customer program and do the $50 fee, but most people, I always say, like, most people would rather use that $50 and get product. And so I think they just understand it, so don't get offended when somebody's a little bit nervous, or like, still stay strong and confident in what you have. It's just more than likely, it's like they don't understand it. And they're just trying to like really figure it out. Okay. So just make sure to know that. And you guys, this is the thing too, like in the beginning, one of the best things that I think Danielle had told me is like, don't just think like, oh, you're trying to get somebody in and get them a product. Like, listen to them and know that our products are meant to be used together. And I think that also helps with getting that 400 in volume and getting the volume you need for Ruby amongst all of your team. Is, first of all, you guys, I don't sell keto coffee without chocolate greens. And the only reason why is, like, for me, the two go together because I love them together. Like, I love them together, and I tell them that. And I'm like, you know what? And I'm like, not only do I love the taste, but like, I'm getting my greens, which is this added benefit. And I usually say what the greens is doing. And I'm like, I'm getting that on top in my coffee, And so the thing is, you guys, is when I tell people like, this is how I like it or whatever it is, like, that's a 60 BV order instead of just trying to do just the coffee, right? So make sure like you suggest things, or if they're getting the wraps, I always say anybody that wants to wrap more than one spot, like they should always have the wraps and defining gel, always, because they can be wrapping the one area and then they're focusing, if they have their arms or whatever, they can start using the defining gel. The thing is if they're going to do those two, why not get the fat fighters for a few dollars more? So then you can have the skinny pack, which is like 80 BV, right? So, and then they have the Fit 5 that is awesome out there, you guys, for people wanting samples. We've had that being asked forever. And now we can say, yes, like, yeah, you can totally get this. And you know what, you guys, that is so big and it's going to work in your favor, because if they end up loving the cleanse, the keto coffee, the greens, like their next auto ship, they might have all three of those on there. So that is amazing, the Fit 5. And then Fit 30, you guys, again, another thing that has, it has 80 BV to it. And for people who have big weight loss goals, like that is a perfect one for them. If you have customers that aren't coffee drinkers, then go back to the It Works system. Okay, if they're not going to use the keto coffee, I never want my customers to get something that I know they're not going to use. And I flat out tell them that. Like if you're not a shake person, let's try to figure something else out. So kind of listen to what they're saying, but know like our products are meant to be used together. People would rather spend a few more dollars and get better results than slowly get results and save a few dollars, okay? So I just want you to know that, and that's gonna help to keeping them happy. It's gonna help your team growing, your volume to grow, and all those things. So again, everything that we went over today, you're starting to do, and as you welcome team members, we're gonna teach it, right? So in this business, we teach it, and we repeat it. And that's what I love about Ruby. So you guys, all I can say is like, let your feet hit the pavement, because like I said, after that coaching call that we had today, like things are just, they're going to get crazy and in such an insanely good way. But like, I am so happy and excited for the people that have just even joined me in the last 3 months, like what they're just walking into. I mean, that is crazy. So be excited about that. Remember, up until January 31st, they are getting the Fit 5 pack in their starter kit for free. So amongst the wraps, so you guys, that's $250 in products for $99. Like that is a no-brainer. Plus they have the $100 product credit to get. So if you have people that are wanting to use the products anyways, and they already like know some people that would like it, or maybe they hosted a post for you and they had an insane response of people that, were interested, talk to them about joining your team, you guys. No one knows like how this business or how they'll be at this business until they try it. Okay. So we all had some of those thoughts. Maybe you have some right now. Just know like it didn't stop any of us. And we all learn. You have so much support behind you. We are cheering you on. If your goal is to go Ruby in 30 days, like you have everything you need, and go tell your sponsor, like hold each other accountable, keep the communication going daily. Let them help you. Don't allow yourself to get stuck, you guys. Like if you feel like, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so close, but I just like, they're not biting or they're not ready to sign or whatever. Continue to talk to people and plant new seeds. So don't wait. And second of all, like shoot some of the messages with your sponsor and ask and say, hey, is there anything you would tweak? Is there something, where can I go from here? And you guys, we've been there. Like we've had these conversations with people. We want to help you, but we don't know how to help unless you're coming and asking and telling us what you need, right? I wish I was a mind reader, but we're just not. So if you guys have any questions, we're going to open up. We went a little later than normal, but it's okay. Like there's a lot to do when you're going Ruby in 30 days. So if you guys have questions, you can put them on. If not, like feel free to say bye and I'll stop the recording once we have them all answered. And thanks for tuning in with us tonight, you guys. We have, I don't even know how many days before conference, but I think it's going to be amazing. Like 2018 has been crazy insane. So lots of goods coming. You're welcome, you guys.
Yeah.
So maybe no questions. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording then.